How's it going, guys? You're here with Skyhawk, and you're listening to my part 1 of my Guild Wars 2 review. And in this part, I'll cover like the visual sound aspects, like the graphics, the music, and the HUD, and also the combat system. Okay, so if you're wondering, Guild Wars 2 is only a buy-to-play game, which, unlike many AAA MMOs, it doesn't have a subscription fee. To gain revenue, they have to use a system, well, they don't have to, but they put it in anyway. It's like an in-game store, and instead of using the in-game money, they're called gems, which you can also change over for money, or use it the other way around, vice versa, to get boosts. Boosts will help you out in the game and get you more experience, not find weapons, because that's more of an advantage to a player. They could be richer or whatever. They could only just afford the game or something like that. But yeah, to get gems, you can either pay with real money, like Australian dollar, like $10 for 800 gems, I believe it is. Or you can just get it without even paying anything. Just how you got the game. You go through the game, get to level 20, get 20 silver, and then swap it over for 30 gems or something like that. Get some cool shades. But yeah, they're cool. Anyway, what you can do, it's not an advantage anyway, yeah, I said that before. But in the clips I have running now, it really does show how much ArenaNet has put into the game. If any worker from ArenaNet's watching, I really applaud you with the effort you guys have put into it. It's actually, it's amazing. Because one of your main goals was to make Guild Wars 2 an entirely different MMO compared to others. For example, World of Warcraft, they have not updated the graphics in ages. It's shocking. And I believe, like, there's a rumor going around that Blizzard hacked your servers or something on the first day or something. I don't know if that's true or not, but yeah, I think because of Guild Wars 2, World of Warcraft has lost at least 20% of their users to Guild Wars 2. And that's pretty good. That's a really good way to go. You got heaps more players. And another thing, all the servers are basically full. Like, not even kidding. They are full. They're being updated. They're being updated soon. They're getting on the job because there's overflow servers, which is where they cut like the server into two, I think, and they just have like two separate places where people go and stuff like that. But yeah, World of Warcraft is like where you press 1 to attack and just lay back and watch, and that's not really that fun. Anyway, the graphics in this game are just unbelievable. You can see the footage you're watching behind my voice is HD. It's just amazing. But there are minor buffs with like zooming in and with a few things like buildings and some of the NPCs and stuff like that. But that's not really a bad thing, because it's still in its early days of release without a few to none patches where they'll patch a few graphics quality things to make it look awesome over the year of 2012 or 2013. Depends how good the game lasts, how people will keep playing the game, which I believe it will, because it's gonna get massive. Anyway, yeah, I think, in my opinion, it's got the best graphics placed into an MMO. Apart from Terra, which is a subscription fee, there's no pay to play. It's just download the client and pay like $5 a month, I believe. And yeah, I still think this is just the best game. Oh my god! But yeah, the music, combat and background music in this game is just in such rich detail. It seems too good to be true. It's composed by Jeremy Soule, who is an American award-winning composer. He's composed over many games, like all the major Guild Wars releases and Guild Wars 2, and many other high released games. But yeah, I recommend checking out his talent by searching his name on Google and looking at his songs. So for the time being, I'll shut up so you can listen to the amazing game in the background. So, I hope you like that music. I'll go on to the combat and HUD overlay, or display, whatever you want to call it. Firstly, the HUD is very different to most MMOs. There isn't really like a spell book you pick all your talent trees from, or some kind of wrist-straining keyboard bashing, where you just have like 50 spells and don't know which one to pick, which I did on World of Warcraft. That's why I quit, because it was too much stress on my hands. I don't know why. Anyway, it's simple to use, it's smooth and easy. In the bottom right corner there's a map which is interactive and can be opened up with the key M, the M key. Also with the map, oh my god, this game is massive. For $60 you get, imagine Skyrim. If you don't play Skyrim, then don't bother. If you imagine the land of Skyrim, times that by Skyrim, times Skyrim by 3,000, and that's how many, well, that's how big the actual map in Guild Wars 2 is. There's so much to explore. I mean, tonight I was playing, or before I was playing, and I found this cave thing, and oh my god, it's like as if they didn't want people to find it. And there was a treasure chest in there, and a ghost, and a maze. It's amazing. Anyway, I'll put a video up tomorrow or something. But anyway, in the bottom left is the chat and the combat log, which tells you who's speaking in your server and stuff. Pretty much straightforward. In the middle at the bottom is your health. The red orb in the middle is your health bar. On the left is your attacks, which is used with the keys 1 to 5. On the right side of the orb is your abilities tab, where you can put special abilities like heal and stuff like that. In the top right corner of the HUD is like your event and like story log tab. It's where you can see like events. You get a lot of XP from events. You can just be walking around and it will say new event, and you put your cursor over it and it'll glow in the map. You go towards it and you get, it's like probably like a big boss or like a little mission. And there's also the story missions, which I'll talk to you about in part 2 of my review. And also in the top left you'll see the party tab, which is pretty straightforward again, where you can invite people to parties and see them in the map and talk to them privately. On the right is your menu bar. These buttons are like you said, no, not on the right, top left, like a bit up above the party and that. You've got your party, armor and weapon, inventory, messages, PvP, world vs world, and help button. I prefer to just use the keyboard, like the shortcuts, for example, M for map, O for the black gem store, H for your weapons and armor, I for inventory, stuff like that. But yeah, the combat system, I saved that for last because it is flawless. In my opinion, every MMO should be like this. It's smooth and awesome. It reminds me a bit of Assassin's Creed because it's really smooth. You have different sets, like skill sets for different weapon types, which you train and learn to use along the way of your story. And it's not like other MMOs where you can just press 1, stand there waiting for a monster to die. It's like in Guild Wars 2 you actually have to like dive out of the way to not get hit. You can block, and you just don't just like have luck. Like you don't just stand there and it will say block. Like you actually have to move. You can't just stand there and it will say block. But yeah, you feel so inside the game. It's realistic. Anyway, that concludes my first installment to my Guild Wars 2 review. I'll be posting the part 2 of my review next week and maybe put a cave video up tomorrow. So make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss it. And if you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit the like button. Also, if you like this video and you think it's cool, comment your opinions on Guild Wars 2 below. Thanks for watching. Skyhawk out.